And welcome back to the Pioneer Sideline. I'm your host, Aaron Cooney. Bringing you back here, going to talk a little women's volleyball. And this past week, 4 matches for them on tap, including this past Tuesday in the Student Center, the gymnasium there on the 5th floor. Pioneers taking on Carlo, starting AMC conference play, looking to start off early on with a victory there. And you can see USG T-shirt night, 250 on hand. Their crowd is definitely pumped up. Take the first set. Alyssa Hall with the ace, 1 of 4 for her on the night. Continuing that first set, Lindsay Oberacker. Of course, what's a Pioneer highlight without Oberacker? Down the corner, that's on the inside. The Pioneers would take the set 25-14. Then second set, Rachel Stadina. Not going to handle that one, number 14. Pioneers up early in this one, but Carlo would make a little bit of a run. They would get within 2 and make it 21-19 after this point here. Pioneers trying to get back on track. And how do you get back on track? Who do you go to? Oberacker, of course. Oberacker right there. 1 of 15 kills on the night. They would take the second set 25-2. Start the third set, and who are you going to? You know it, Lindsay Oberacker. Woo, woo, woo. You know it. Right there, Pioneers take more points as Pugliese, 1 of 2 aces for her on the night, finds in that corner, and then ended up here. Keaton Sauceman, one of the newcomers to this team, finish them right there. Pioneers take the third set 25-13. Flawless victory, 3-0. Pioneers move on to 15-3. Later on that week, on a Thursday, they would travel up to Walsh for another AMC conference game, and unfortunately this one would not turn out the way the Pioneers were looking for, as they would end up dropping that game 3-0. As you see, Walsh 9-0 now, cannot compete for the AMC playoffs, but they can win an AMC conference title. Very close game, sets going 25-23. 25-23 again, and then 25-21. Pioneers just could not come out. And 2 games on Saturday as well. The Pioneers take on West Virginia Wesleyan and their tri-match, and Fairmont State both on Saturday this past weekend. Win both those matches 3-1, 3-1. So Pioneers right now at 17-4, still looking good. We're going to go ahead and bring in our new analyst here to the Pioneer Sideline, Teresa Davis. First time going to talk some volleyball with us here for the rest of the season out. Teresa, thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
And take a look at that first game, Teresa. And I mean, obviously, Oberacker just does her thing. But one of the biggest things that we've seen from this Pioneer team is the block they can set up. They got a lot of tall players. Excuse me, Stadina, one of those senior leaders, and they were able just to really shut down an offense. And Carlo couldn't come back from that.
Right. Rachel Stadina is a key player, and she led up 9 blocks against Carlo, and that's huge. That really sets up their offense and allows them to bypass their defense, which is also phenomenal. But Rachel Stadina is definitely a key factor in this game.
Yeah, as one of the senior leaders for this team, and a little younger from that. And you look at some of these newcomers, and we saw Sauceman get some playing time in there. You see Rachel Roddy's sister come in, and she got some playing time, and you see a lot of the movement in that gold team getting some playing time beforehand. It's like a minor league team for the Pioneers, but able just to fill in holes with what you lose and bring in a player like Pugliese, and 32 assists for her on the night against Carlo, and played well throughout the week. But how well coached is this team that Coach Bruno can just bring in, just about anybody, whether it be a newcomer or a transfer, but they just step right in and be able to fill a hole like that.
Yeah, Coach Bruno has his team very well packed. I mean, the bench is very deep. They have a lot of talent, and it doesn't matter who they put in those positions, they're gonna win games. And Taylor Pugliese is an absolutely phenomenal setter. She's very smart and court aware. She can find the open spots, and she's able to keep the other team off balance. And it's a huge part of the game.
Yeah, yes, indeed. And you take a look on the road this week coming up. AMC played huge for this week, as Pioneers will have 3 away games in their road ahead. Taking on Houghton on Thursday, Friday, Roberts Wesleyan, definitely just a New York trip for the Pioneers. And then Damon, that's Saturday morning. And Teresa, for this Pioneer squad, what do they have to do, especially with 3 matches in a row like that, to come out with victories, or at least a positive weekend that they're coming up?
Well, this team has very good chemistry. I believe if they play well together and they feed off each other's energy, they'll win games. I think they have good talents all around, and as soon as they continue to have the intensity to keep going with these games, I think they'll win.
Thank you very much, Teresa. We're going to take the step away. Good job for the first time. No jitters or nothing. I think she did better than I did as the host. But we're going to take a quick commercial break. Come right back with Matt Desmond, talk a little men's soccer, and also I'll tell you why the president of the Penguins and the Pirates were here on campus. Stick around.